so it's working. Alright, so I made a video earlier. I showed you the results of the earlier today. I showed the results of the rotary drum with the ball bearings and all that. Well, the ball bearings, I've gone and got my holes too small. Well, I don't know what I did, but yeah, I measured it for 20mm. Actually, if I measure the hole size, I might have scaled it or something, I can't remember now. Well, actually, yeah, I actually made it too small. Yeah, it's 19.5mm, it should have been 23. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh well, don't matter. Anyway, these caps, you're going to say, what the hell are those things? Right, I'll explain what I've done. The new balls, the balls, I'm using different size balls, steel ball bearings, because I should have to stop saying balls. Actually, it sounds kind of, yeah, it sounds a bit, yeah, steel ball bearings I should say, but yeah, I'm just abbreviating, you see. So as you see, I've done a lot of improvements and tweaking. I've taken this top out and the hub part, so that the magnets have got higher reach, because they were a bit shallow before. I made improvements to the height of the drum that spins, which obviously I've printed out and you've seen it already. These little caps, now there's a slight bit of play on the steel balls that rattles around in there, so what I've done, I'm going to go over to this cap over here, because it's an exact same cap, and you'll notice something kind of weird about it. It's got it's got a cross head screwdriver slot on one side, and on the other side there's an indentation, and it's, if you look at it closely, you'll notice it's off centre, and that's by design. The reason for that is it'll allow me to position the ball inside the hole so that it's balanced, so that I can balance the wheel out. So when I turn it, it will push the ball to say to the right on that side. So as I turn it, it will move the ball around inside that socket, inside that hole. One thing I haven't done yet is I wanted to smooth this out a bit more, because at the moment it's very, very square. And it wants to be kind of concave shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. There's several ways of doing it, I suppose, but I'm just going to cheat a little bit, because yeah, I've just modelled this a few minutes ago. Actually, I haven't finished it yet. So you see these caps, you can adjust them, and it'll, if we go to X-ray view, I'm not sure if you can see the ball. Actually you can, just about. Well, not really actually, for some reason, but it's in there, in the tube, down there. It's not a screw. This thing doesn't screw down. I have to basically press it down, and I'll probably use some blue tack or something, because you can't really screw it down, because you need, this is an adjustment. I could have done a recess where, but there's going to be a cap on top. Actually, there's a lid that's currently hidden. Let me just go and see if I can show you the lid. The reason I've hidden it is because if I put the lid on, like now, you won't see anything. It's you can't see, that's the lid. So what I can do with the lid is I can make some small holes for the screwdriver to go through, and that will hold the cap in place. These little caps here, down here. So the lid eventually, when I put that in place, will hold the caps in position. But for the moment, I'm not worried about that. I'm just gonna, oops, I just wanna re-hide that lid, because we don't really want to see the lid right now. So eventually I'll make a hole so that in the lid, so you can access the screw thing, and the lid will actually hold this cap in place. So, but at the moment I want to get this cap right, because it's not perfectly right yet. So I've been thinking about that, about how to set it all up and get it right. So what I think the easiest way of doing this I need to make this cap a bit thicker actually, to be honest with you. It is only 3mm deep. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit this. I'm going to lift that up by about another 1.3mm. Right. Remember the actual balls that are in here, they're too large anyway. So if I go to the side, let me see if I can see it on the side view now. I don't know if I can or not. No, it's because I'm not. The best way to do this, I'll show you what I mean. If I turn the X-ray off, edit group, edit component, if I hide that, I think it's the right one. Nope, it's the wrong one. I want to edit that group. Now hide that one. Yeah, right now you can see just the balls and the cap. So what I've got to do is I've got to create an indentation in that cap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here. I'm just going to get out of that all that other stuff. I want the closed group. I want to edit this component because I want to hide the top, the lid. So I'm going to hide the top. I'm going to hide that top. It's still there, I've just hidden it. So I can see how much of the ball is poking through. Now I can see that the ball is poking through there. So I've actually, this ball is also too large anyway because I'm actually using smaller size balls. So, steel balls. I hate it saying that, you know, it sounds rude. Right, so what I've got to do is I've got to shape that, we'll call it a top hat because that part sticking through at the moment is not quite right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to this one. I think I've probably hidden that one as well. Yeah, I have. Ah, well, it's alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of that, close all that lot out, just come to this one. It's easy to edit this one because the components, so when you change one, it changes them all. And I've got to smooth out that ridge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale the middle part here, which is that ring in the middle. I'm going to scale that to pull in the sides. Scale. Right, you can't even see the lines because it's inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to undo that a minute. No, I don't want to close component. I want to edit this component. Hide the top as well. So I'm going to hide the top. So the bottom and the top of this component is hidden so I can see straight through it now. So I go back to that, go to scale. Now I can see my handles. I need to press my control key down while I do this. So what I want to do is I want to shrink that middle part in like this. So we have a cup shape. So it's gone egg shaped, kind of egg shaped, if you get what I'm saying. You can see it there. So I've shrunk the base so that it's pulled it in. So now we have this cup shape. You can see it now. So let's go over to that ball bearing. Now the other problem is the ball bearings alongside because I'm actually going to be using smaller ball bearings. So let's go back over here, have a look at that, see what it's come out like because it's also changed. Yeah, it has, but these ball bearings are the wrong size and I'm hoping I made them components as well because I'm going to shrink them as well. Edit group, edit component, edit group. Edit group. Right, that's the ball bearing. I think that's a component. Yes, thank God for that because I want to shrink the ball. So the actual size of those I've got a measuring of them. I'm not dropping things on the floor. So I've heard something fall. I'll just measure it. I'm going to get the diameter right. Otherwise, the reference sizes are all going to be messed up. So we'll get this right. Right. So these balls are 17.5 4.4, but I'm going to call it 17.5, which would be good enough. So 17.5 millimeters. So what I need to do is shrink all of those balls down to 17.5 millimeters. So it's hard to measure these frigging things. I tell you, it really is. Because you can't find the. What you got to do is you've got to find a sticky point that sticks out. Let me go to view hidden. There we go. I can see all the little squares on it now. So I need to go to that point there. I need to get really close. Put my ruler on it. I've got a line going to it now, so I need to go all the way around. And let me see, that's right in the middle on that axis, so I need to be directly opposite. Let me see if I can see this. It's hard getting this lined up, because I'm also seeing the hidden parts as well, which I've hidden, which is making it awkward. It's difficult to line this up. I want to be over here somewhere. I think it's that one there. That's what the hell? It's measuring 30.5. That's not right. Surely? Hang on a minute. Go right close to it, because I'm not measuring the right thing. Let's get right through this lot. There we go, 20.1. I've got the measurement there. So it's 20.1 millimeters, this ball. So actually I shouldn't have used the ruler. I'm going to undo the ruler, undo the guide, and I'm going to use dimensions instead. And I think it's that one. Oh shit. Just a minute. Let me just turn that off a minute. See, all that disappears and I can't see anything now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get inside the ball. I think I need to. Actually, I'm going to copy the ball. That's what I'm going to do, because it's a lot easier then. I'll have all this messing about. It'll be a lot easier to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to just get out of this invisible stuff a minute. I'm just going to copy that ball, because it's a component, because it's inside all that stuff and I can't see what I'm doing. So I'm going to paste a new one over here, which is an exact clone, so then I can, when I change this one, they'll all change, so it'll be a lot easier to work on like this now. Edit component. Now I need to use my dimensions. There we are. I want my other thing back on, hidden geometry, whatever you want to call it. I want to click it on there. So much easier when you copy it. And now I want to come to the direct opposite side, which is there. 1, 2, 3. Click it 3 times. I should have dimensions, but it'll be right inside of the ball, so I can't see it unless I put X-ray on. X-ray. Right, the dimensions are inside now, and it says, I'm going to go inside the ball now. There we go. It's 20, oh, it's hard to see it. It's there. Right, you can just see it if I zoom in. 20 millimeters, right? This is why it's so awkward. When you're changing dimensions and you're measuring a sphere, oh, it's a bit difficult. Oh, what I can do is I can pull them dimensions outside. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull them dimensions out. Oops, I need to use my dimension tool a minute. Dimension again. I need to pull that outside the ball. This is going to be the trick. Come on. You can see it just there. There we go. A bit more. Now it's outside so I can see it. Right, I'll move it a bit more. There we go, I can see it now. So we're measuring the full diameter of that ball. Now I can close that other stuff out. That. Now I can close the group, the component. Oh, actually no, I can't really. I need to edit the component. Yeah, otherwise the others won't change. Right, and we select all connected, and now I'm going to scale. And, oh shit, I've got the measurements now, what the ball was, what I need it to be. Was it 17.5? I can't remember. I'll just check again. Yeah, 17.5 is what I want. So I'll put that back in there. So I'm going to scale, and I'm going to do uniform scale. That's the whole thing. And press the control key down, and I want that measurement to be 17.5. So I'm going to scale it down to 17.5. Well, damn it, 17, come on. It's 17.6, just a minute, let me just leave it there a minute and zoom in a bit, because I can't see it properly. So I've scaled it to 17.6. I'm going to try and get it down 0.1, which is tricky. The problem is I can't type it in because the scale box on the left hand side, it shows you the ratio, it shows you scale 1.00, so I can't type in the dimension. It says 17.4 there. I'm going to leave it at 17.4. Well, it's near enough. It's actually a fraction smaller because I think it was 17.44, but that's fine, that's good enough. So all of them balls should have shrunk now, so I can get rid of my measurement now. Right, close that out. I can delete that ball now because the others will have changed. Well, let's just check first. These should have all changed. Yeah, they look about right actually. Let me just check. There's a bit of an air gap now between the ball and the top. I'm on X-ray stuff, so hang on, I think I am anyway. Yeah, so as you can see there's a cone where that ball will seat, and there's a slight gap between the ball now and the cone. So what I need to do is bring that down a bit so it's a snug fit. I need to bring that other model back as well, the actual wheel, so I can see how much it's sitting on the bottom as well. I want the bottom of the hole to be flat anyway, so it'll roll around on the base. So this is the adjustment, because once I get this set right and it's balanced, I'm just going to glue everything in place. So the adjustments are only temporary. I don't think it's moving once it's set up, because it could be disastrous. If you've got it balanced and it suddenly goes out of balance, it could be really a bad day. So obviously these adjustments are just for getting it initially set up right. Right, so I hope this is working. I'll get rid of that stupid thing. It looks like I'm live. Get them boxes that keep popping up. Let me just oh, I can't open my browser right now. I shouldn't be having ads on my YouTube videos, Ken, because I don't actually I'm not monetized. That's weird. My channel's not monetized at all. I don't make any money on it. YouTube's just capitalising on my hard work, not paying me a penny, which is not right really, I suppose. So now I need to unhide these I'm going to go out of that. Close group. I need to get back into this thing. I need to unhide the top. I'll show you why in a minute. So Oh, I need to go to the other one, damn it. It's easier. Edit component. Unhide. Right. Oops. Unhide. All of that. So what I need to do now is, because there's a bit of slack on this, let me just turn that off a minute. Because there's a bit of slack up there, I'm going to scale that one until that touches the ball. So I'm going to go over here, I'm just going to select all connected, and I'm going to scale it on the blue axis. Scale, I want to be on the blue axis. So I want to see that other one in view as well, so I'm going to turn it so I can see both of them. It's tricky to do this. Hang on, zoom into that one. Blue scale, right, so I'm going to, it says about opposite point, I'll just click it so it's from center. No, actually opposite point is fine. Blue scale, so if I pull that, you can see I can scale it to touch the ball, see, and I want to be about there. Let's have a look. Right, I need to hide something on here so I can see through it. Oh, let me just hide, this is the one that's highlighted, so let me just hide that. Hide that. Oh, I just remembered something, this is inverted. I want the other side. Oops. Oh, oh no, it's alright, I can see it. That's fine. So I can see through there because I've hidden the side panels. So that's, the ball is actually just protruding through the protruding a little bit through there, so I've actually scaled it too much. So I'm just gonna select all, go back to scale, blue scale. I'm going to bring that down a bit. There we go. Right, now the ball isn't showing through there. It's probably because the ball's not in the centre of the hole anyway, that's probably what it is. It won't be, I don't think. It'll be off centre, so yeah. But anyway, a bit of slack is alright. I can pack it out, you see, with a bit of stuff, whatever. So alright, that looks a bit better. So I need to bring them panels back. Unhide. Right. So there, that looks a lot better. Now the bottom of the hole, that's another issue. I can pack the bottom of the hole with some wadding, so that's not a problem. I can pack the bottom of the holes because there's going to be, let me just go to this a minute, so I've hidden it, Anna. Let's go to this one, edit group, edit component, edit group, edit group. I want to hide that panel. Oh, it's already hidden, silly mate. Duh. Select all connected, unhide. I've done something wrong here. A minute, I'm on X-ray still. I think. No, I wasn't. I know I've done close group. Now unhide, that's it. Right, now I'm going to edit group, hide that, hide that. I want a peephole. I want to spy on it. Oh, that's not working either. Hang on, undo. I want to be able to see the bottom of that hole. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this bottom panel. Hide the bottom panel. And if the ball's sticking, I can hide this bottom. Oh, that's hidden already. What the heck? Hang on a minute. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to turn off the hidden geometry. That's it. Right. Okay. Hide that. Right. Now I can see the ball. I can take my measurement, my ruler, find the bottom of the ball. Find the middle of it. That's the best way. There's the middle. I want to be on the z-axis, so I'm going to come down. I want to see it turn blue, and I'll push my shift key down. Come on, go blue somewhere. It's not working. Hang on. Get a bit closer. My ruler's acting. I had it then. That's blue. No, it wasn't. I want it on the blue axis. Because I can't lock it with my shift key if it's not in a straight line. Just a minute. Got to get really close to this. I know what's wrong. I'm in the wrong place. Undo that. Click it on there. That's it, I've got it now. Right. Hold my shift key down. I'm on the blue axis. Now I can measure to the bottom of that hole, which is that point. So my ball is 1.3 millimeters from the bottom of the hole. Right. So that's nothing. That's nothing. I can easily pack that up with a few bits of paper. Oh shit, hang on, I'm inside this thing now, I can't see a damn thing. Right, so I know that I'm 1.3 the ball is 1.3 millimeters from the bottom of the hole, so I mean that's nothing. I can just put a shim in there, or you know, something, or cotton wool, even just a bit of cotton wool or something. That works. So I'm just gonna undo all them hidden things. 1, 2. Put them back. I think that's it. So I've got this right. This got a nice little cup shape for the ball to sit in, so that when I rotate it, it'll push the ball left and right. If it wasn't that right shape, it wouldn't move the ball around very effectively, especially if it's riding on just an edge. But because it's got that shape, it will work better. And another thing I can do now, I can add this. I can edit this again, and I can put a hole, another circle in the middle of that. I think somewhere, maybe. I can't get another circle, it won't give me the centre. I got it now. If I do another circle in the middle of that, I can now lower and push that down. Oh, I've actually broken through the other side, so that's not such a good idea. I'll just leave that there a minute. So I can't really make that concave even deeper because I'll break through all the way through to where the slot is, so I can't go any deeper than that really. I can leave that little dint there. It's not going to matter too much. It'll be a nice little pokey hole where I can stick a piece of wire through if there's a problem with the ball and it won't move or something, and I can start poking at it through there. I can punch the screwdriver through that hole. It'll be very thin there, so I'll probably leave that. So yeah, won't be so bad to print that. It'd be easy to print. I only need 3 of them. But I'm just going to export that. That's it. I'll replace it because I did a crude version earlier. I'm just going to check it to see if it's got any errors in it. Oops. I have to open it in Netfab. Netfab Studio. It's expensive, this software apparently. I just use it, the basic tools, just for checking for errors. You can scan things like, you can press a plus sign and scan for errors and fix little errors in it, and it's got no errors, so it's good. I don't really use all the other tools in there. They're quite advanced actually. You can split parts and things, I think, as well. You can re-export a fixed part, a repaired part, and stuff like that. This is obviously an old version, so that worked. That's okay. I've got no errors in it, so I'll close that out. Go back to SketchUp again. So yeah, I've got these little caps ready. Which should be useful. I'll have to print some of those out and test them out before I start going further. I'm going to have to wait for I printed this and I showed it in the previous video. I'm going to have to wait about a week to let it dry out, because what will happen during that week is as it dries out, a few fractures might appear around that rim, around the edge, and then what I've got to do is inject plastic into the crack to fill it, because this is what happens with ABS if you treat it with acetone, especially if it's a tall thing. This is pretty tall actually. It's about, I'll measure it, I'll tell you exactly how tall it is. It's 27.4 millimeters tall. So when you get above about 20 millimeters, depending on what it is, if it's rectangular, if it's square, they always crack around the corners. That's the first place that goes, they start to crack on the corners, but because this is round, it's much stronger and it's less likely to crack. But they do, if you get a bit of cold air blowing on it, that's usually where they crack. So mine's come out really good. I've acetone treated it, and it's pretty good. I can use it, that's for sure. But I want to leave it for about a week, so that I can see if any cracks open up, then fill them with more plastic, and to, use my syringe to squirt plastic in. Or can you, if the crack's pretty bad, what you do is you get a knife and just open the crack a bit more, so you can inject more plastic in there, and it just seals it and makes it really strong again, because as the plastic dries out, it pulls everything back together again. But once you've got a crack there, if there's not enough material in there, it can just spread, it can creep along, so you need to put some plastic in there to pull it all back together again, sort of thing, So anyway, let's go to X-ray view again. That looks better. I still can't see them freaking balls from the outside very well. What I need to do is change the colour. Actually, let's do that. I've got a ball over there, look. Let's edit group, let's edit component, edit group. I need to cut that, bring it out, because it's inside this other group over here, so I'm going to cut that ball. Cut. Right, I've taken it out of that group. Oops, I'm lost now, I can't find the rest of it. Hang on a minute. I'm going to stick it over here so I can put it next to this thing. I'm going to paste it over here. So if I change the colour I should be able to see it better. Let's try... Oh, still on X-ray. Let's paint it. Let's paint it blue with the colour of steel. Right, maybe I can see it better now in the X-ray view. Let's find out. No. Oh, hang on a minute, that's strange. What is that? Oops, I just oh, no I didn't, I just turned the X-ray off. Hang on a minute, let's try it now. Still hard to see it through there. Hide. Definitely gone blue. Just can't see it from the outside very well. Right, so might as well move that. Put it in there. So I can compare it and check it properly. I'm looking for clearance all the way around down the crack. I'm looking for how much gap there is between the ball and the... I think that's good. I'm happy with that. I need to move it a little bit this way, about 0.1. Oops, moving the wrong thing now. I want that selected. I'm going to move it that way about 0.1. Let's check the gap now. It wants to come this way a bit more. 0.1 again. I think that's good. Right, so don't expect anything straight away. As I say, I've got to wait a week for this frigging thing to dry. At least I can print these caps out and test them. They're quite thick, so... Oh, the other thing I need to do is alter the cover. Edit group. Unhide. Right, there's the cover. So what I can do with that, I might as well edit that while I'm at it. I need to make some small holes in it, so I'm going to go back to X-ray view. So what I need is some small holes for the screwdriver to go through. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a guess here. I'm going to edit this group. Just a minute. Edit group. Right, I'm on the top. So X-ray. I need to put a circle right. I'm going to guess, because I can move it around later. I'm just going to guess about... Oops, that's got a bit close. I need to take X-ray off. I want to be about there. Let's just try this and put X-ray on while it's doing that. That's not bad. I want to be there. Right. So I'm just going to check that because I can move that hole around. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So I want to get this so I'm looking straight down on it. X-ray again. That hole is definitely off centre, it's not in the right place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all that hole and I'm going to move it this way a bit. X-ray again. Oh, still not right. Move it back. It's difficult to line up. I could punch a hole through by lifting something from underneath and pushing it through, but I'm not going to do it that way. This isn't critical. It's just, as long as all the holes, which I'm going to copy in a minute anyway, they're all exactly the same, it would be fine. I want to be 0.1. I think that's about right. I'm going to look at it from the back. Can't even see it from the back. Oh, I've got to fill that big hole in a minute because I need to copy that hole now. This is going to be a hole in a minute. Once I do it, I need to get my centre, so I need to put a line between there and there, anywhere, just to fill that hole in. And I want to select that hole there, get my rotary tool. I've got my centre. I want to copy that, press my control key, plus rotate 120 degrees, 120, enter, and another control key, 120 degrees. Oh, I typed it over, 120, enter. Right, so I've got all those access holes now for adjusting it. So I now need to punch these out. I'll just get rid of that one again. That was just a temporary, so I can find my centre. I'm going to go through. Oops, I press escape because I need the black and white mode on. It's easier. There we go. Right, I've got a hole. There we go. I've got access screw holes now for adjusting the balance on that, on them bearings. Closed group. Need to export that again. Cover. Right, and that's it for now. Obviously the cover's going to be stuck on, it's going to be bonded on with acetone so it doesn't come off, and it'll give structural strength as well to it at some point. And like I was saying before, I don't want to leave these adjustments so that they can move. I'll have to find a way of either gluing them in place or either permanently or temporarily. Somewhere, anyway, I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet. But this isn't going to go that fast anyway. It's going to be about no more than 1,000 RPM, I wouldn't think. I wouldn't want to go too fast with this thing, but unless I actually structurally put some binding around the outside, I could use glass fiberglass type material and impregnate it with ABS plastic to make the outside rim really strong. Then it would be really extremely strong then. But I think it's strong enough as it is. Once that plastic dries out, it should be. Right, I think that's all for now. So I didn't bother putting the cover on this one because this is the one that when I'm showing you having one of this, I want it to be open so we can see what's going on. But that cover basically fits on that wheel anyway, so and look at that, how far I've come. This is where I started off. So that wheel is completely obsolete now, so I can delete that. It wasn't even, it was just there in case I messed up, and yeah, save it. Yeah, thanks Ken. Yeah, I was just looking at your text, your message on Discord. Yeah, I know. I mean, but there's a lot of centrifugal force on those steel balls when they're spinning. If they're not anchored securely with the epoxy glue, which is probably what I'll use anyway. What I could do is stick the ball into the cup, into the adjustment. You know, this adjustment cap, right? This cap here, the one that adjusts everything. What I could do is stick the ball, super glue the ball, or epoxy the ball into that cap, so that when you turn this thing, the whole ball rotates, and then when I insert that into the hole where the ball goes, it'll be already fixed permanently to that cap, so I'll know for a fact that when that is being turned, the ball is being turned as well. And I could use some kind of a strong spring. I could put a strong spring, I forget what we call them. They're like these little springs that you can get. They're shaped like a pyramid. They've got a tiny centre and they spread outwards. They used to use them with vacuum cleaners. Those kinds of springs are pretty useful. I could have that as a spring on the base where the ball sits at the bottom, and it presses up against this spring, so that because remember, when this cap over here, this lid, when this yellow lid is fitted and I could glue it together and clamp it in a vise, it's going to be pressing down really hard on these caps. It's going to be pressing down really hard on this cap, so that it's going to be held in place really strong. So there's no way. This actual lid is only about, I haven't made it very thick actually, but it's 1mm thick. But you see, I decided to go with just 1mm because if I print two of these, I can stack them on top of each other and glue them together, so I could just print one layer and see how it goes. And because there's no structural there's not really any structural what's the word, stresses on this lid really. Most of the stress is on this outside drum, so yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting dizzy now going on and round. I'm saving it again because I'm not sure it's done. So anyway, yeah, I've been waffling enough. I'm going to go and watch some more videos. If anyone wants to know what I've been watching lately, you won't believe it, I've been watching this guy on YouTube digging holes. He's called Let's Dig 18. He's a really cool guy actually. He's really good with his apparently he's got TV fame as well, apparently. But yeah, it's Let's Dig 18. Yeah, I've been kind of binge watching him. We've got these tree loggers as well that cut trees down with these great big massive excavators, and that just pick these logs up like they were bloody matchsticks. I mean, it's just quite amazing actually how these machines can just lift up a massive tree. You know, you'd be struggling all day trying to pull the damn thing out of the ground, and they've got these things that can pull out oak trees and all sorts of stuff. You know, I don't know why I'm watching that. I suppose it's because it's out in the country and kind of takes you out of it takes you out of your own space, you know, feeling trapped and enclosed because of lockdown and all that, and it makes you feel like you're out in the sticks, and I think that's why I'm enjoying watching it right now. It's just yeah, different. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to shut this live stream down. Thanks for watching.